Barry Calder. Barry Calder, the reserve in the first session, so we haven't seen him. And a ball down in the middle.
Come on over, Gavin. Come on, Gavin.
Great break there. Yellow kicking off the white into the right hand centre pocket. Good choice of reds or yellows here. They're all in there open. Just personal preference from now.
Come on, this fellow playing the first session. Barry Calder. They've got, they're giving me the wrong name here.
Red ball's in play.
Wait, Gavin. Come on, Gavin.
I don't think this is Barry Calder. That's right. Well, this is. Gavin Cleary right now in control.
You see Gavin's back arm there shaking.
We remember watching Gavin in the first session, Chris, and his head was very shaky, wasn't it? In fact, he won his first session match against Raymond Mowat. So he's already slotted 1 point on the Irish score sheet.
Looks very solid, does Gavin.
30 seconds.
Even though he's nervous, he's got a nice cue action which keeps him in good stead under pressure.
We get our first look at Barry Calder.
Just look how fast he jumped up off the cue there. Sign of nerves there.
Got every reason to be nervous. So much pressure out there. You talked about it's been a match more of what's been missed than what's been made, and that's simply down to big time pressure. Barry Calder at the table now. As I said, he was the reserve,
seconds.
Called into play in the second session. How nervous must he be? It's a best of 15. 7 were played into the first session. And as it's a best of 15, 8 are all called into play for session 2. A difficult starting yellow for Barry. Now you see Gavin Cleary seize that pocket.
Great shot there from Gavin, taking control of this frame. Putting Barry under a lot of pressure. He's only had one visit to the table, let's not forget. Most of the other players have been at the table a few times. Can't really see what he's going to do from this position.
30 seconds.
Either way, Chris, this is going to be a scrappy frame. So many balls have to be developed. And run out of position with the cue ball.
Time out.
So I doubt there will be an attacking shot to come from Barry Calder. But not a touching ball, as you can see.
.30 seconds.
Just keeping that cue ball on the side cushion to.
We'll just see Gary bring his bad reds out here. Just bring him out into the opening.
Well, he tried to get that red into the open. Certainly containment was one of the thoughts in Gavin Cleary's mind.
Seconds.
Center stage here in Blackpool. The second semi-final of the Embassy World Team Championships. Scotland versus Ireland. The winner to face England in the final.
Great shot there from Barry. Struck it clean into the top right-hand pocket. Couldn't really do anything, had to take the shot on. Now he's giving himself a good chance, maybe doubling the yellow along the cushion, off the red, to bring the yellow that's tied up into play. And this is the only chance he can get to win this frame.
That's not helped him.
Now he's back in the same position as he was 5 minutes ago. 2 yellows there, with 2 reds in the way.
(6-5), the scoreline in favor of Ireland. Best of 15, first team to 8. And Ireland nearing the finish line. They won't be too terribly disappointed that didn't drop. He's still in complete control.
That's right, it's a great shot there from Gavin.
Another look at it. But at some stage, Chris, he's going to have to take the bull by the horns here and go for the finish line.
Seconds.
Scotland's Barry Calder has a lot of work to do in this frame to try and turn it around.
Moved a lot then on that shot. You saw the cue go off to the right there. He's very nervous. Just watch the cue go off to the right after it hits the ball. There it goes.
Totally enthralled in this match. There's so many
30 seconds.
twists and turns that have already materialized. Difficult to predict a winner.
We could see this match going all the way. Both teams look very nervous now, getting towards the business end. Placing the final to play England. Who's it going to be?
Good shot. No applause, because everyone knows there's still so much to be done.
Potted 2 yellows there, but what can he do? There's 2 yellows that are tied up, the black's tied up. And to be honest with you, from here, he needs a miracle.
Well, we've seen a couple miracles already in this match that have manifested themselves more in the way of missed opportunities. Certainly when they were least expected. This is the big chance right now for Gavin Cleary. Everything there. And you can see what Barry Calder was trying to do. Develop that difficult yellow and knock it away from the reds.
But again, we see him leaving these last 2 balls, the hardest 2 balls, to last. And he can't afford to do it at this stage. He must get rid of them early. Gavin just 5 balls away now from taking Ireland into a 7-5 lead.
This will show whether he's confident or not. By removing this red, he knows he's leaving the game on. And that wasn't his best positional effort. And taking that red away from the corner, Chris. He's opened the pocket up now for that yellow.
This is just nerves getting out of these players now. Starting to get into the head. Placing the final. There's a good shot there from Gavin, but he's given him a chance of a double. Be very happy to have a shot at a yellow here from the position he was in.
Still very edgy stuff. Barry Calder at the table.
Thirty seconds.
And usually so much indecision is also a sign of how nervy a player's feeling.
It's close.
It's very close. What a shot. One more good positional shot from this last yellow to the black. Another look at this one. Never looked out.
That shot's all come from Gavin Cleary making a terrible mistake on the red.
Still so much walking around the table. A steady stroke here and clear those two
30
reds.
seconds.
Where's the white? Where's the white ball?
That was overhit by about 3 feet.
Yes, he's very nervous. He's Barry. You can see the cue moving on every shot. But at least he's got a shot at the black now.
You just couldn't see a quick finish in this frame. Neither one of them
30 seconds.
looked to be vaulting over the finish line. And again,
30 seconds remaining.
yes, Barry Calder doing nothing in a hurry. Tense moments.
Treble. It's close.
Very close. He's fluked it. And Barry Calder, his hand, and he's a delighted man, as are the Scottish side. The reserve pulls one out of the fire. 6-6. Scotland versus Ireland.
Come on, Brendan. Come on.
Well, the cushions came to the aid of Barry Calder. Firstly here with a great double on that yellow. Lost the cue ball on that one. And secondly, watch this. 2 side cushions and into the middle pocket. And he says, well, what else could happen?
I think he should take up darts with all the doubles and trebles that he got there.